up, guys? Been busy. You know who it is, though. It is Curry Ninja MMA. Nice hot day here in Japan. You can hear the cicadas and stuff, man. But anyway, let's break this down. Andrew Sanchez versus Wellington Turman. Wellington Turman, man, it's interesting. Brazilian dude, another kind of interesting name, right? I mean, we got like, there's like Burns and stuff like that, and like Wellington Turman. Gosh, I don't know. When I hear that name, I think of some like British guy in his like, in his study, drinking some tea while reading some books. I don't know if I'd really think of a Brazilian MMA fighter, but anyway, don't matter. Let's break this down. Enough of that bull. So anyway, Wellington Turman, dude, it's an interesting matchup. I think it's gonna be a really fun one. I think some people are kind of sleeping on it, and I've heard different things, but I'm just gonna go about what I saw in the tape study when I went back. This is my opinion. I took a bunch of notes and stuff. Look, Wellington Turman, when he fought Carl Robertson. Now Carl Robertson, yeah, kind of similar frame, actually interesting to Andrew Sanchez, 6'1", right? Wellington Turman is about like 6 foot, just 6 foot. Looks good for the division middleweight. Andrew Sanchez himself, though, I mean, he was fighting at light heavyweight, moving down to middleweight, and I think he looks like really good frame. He looks solid and strong. And of course, Wellington Turman looks in good shape as well. I mean, that's obvious, but I feel like, in my opinion, I think the frame just seems. I think Wellington Turman is gonna have some trouble overpowering Andrew Sanchez, actually, to be quite frank with you. And we'll get into that. When you saw Wellington Turman versus Carl Robertson, I mean, Wellington has good kickboxing, though. Front kicks are looking good. I like that he throws that out. Straight punches are also very nice, kind of slick. And a lot of people are talking about how they're talking about how Wellington Turman, he's going to have the big advantage on the feet, and Andrew Sanchez's path to victory would be just to wrestle a lot. And I'm actually I can understand that, but I think that's really generalized. I don't think that's. I slightly disagree with that. Now, it's actually nice because he changes levels, like to get the takedowns, which is good for Wellington Turman. Actually, I feel like he kind of has he wants to keep it on the feet, but I think he likes to actually try to clinch up. He likes to try to grind you out. He wants to kind of get you down. Maybe go for submissions, right? He has a black belt. And he has a good BJJ, right? Offensively, and you see him going for the arm bars and whatnot. Yeah, so I think Robertson, obviously, I think he seems to have the power and wrestling advantage, though, as far as wrestling ability. He just kind of like stuff to takedowns and stuff. Robertson, he reversed. I mean, the reverses I saw, he reversed him, lands ground and pound. I mean, Robertson's ground and pound looked a lot heavier. I think with Wellington Turman, he doesn't really land a lot of ground and pound. I think he just kind of he'll land a little bit, but he's trying to set up a submission. So, which can be good, but also can be bad. I mean, you got to kind of learn to soften up your opponent, for lack of a better term, right? You got to kind of, you can't just keep looking for that submission. You can't just keep. He's very offensive with his BJJ. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, takedown defense looks pretty good for Wellington, actually, though. I mean, with his so I mean that's actually really good. And he even gets out of an armbar attempt. Wellington was going for armbar attempts against Robertson. Robertson got out and made him pay for it, doing the ground and pound as well. Wellington gets the takedown after getting back against the cage, which is nice. So I mean, he's very consistent. He's gonna attack, right? He does. I like the pressure from Wellington. Wellington has constant pressure, transitioning to look for subs, but he gets reversed. I mean, when you're going from a big guy who has a wrestling background like Robertson, it's gonna be a tough fight like that. Seems to go to BJJ instead of ground and pound, like I mentioned, right? Lands some elbows from guard, but also takes ground and pound himself. So I feel like, yeah, I mean, I saw, you could see the differential. I mean, he'd keep attacking, but I think Robertson was just like you said, the bigger, stronger, more wrestling-based guy. In the third round, actually, both seemed a bit tired. But Wellington gets, takedown after clinching. So I mean, he's still consistent with his game even when he's tired, which is good. Eventually takes it back, looking for a rear naked choke, but the scramble, and Wellington is back in mount and takes the back again. So we're seeing a lot of grappling in this. Even when he's tired, he's going to go for it. And grappling, of course, will suck your energy. I mean, this grinding kind of style that they have, Robertson and Wellington, and it's going to sap your cardio. So, scrambles with different positions for Wellington, but Robertson mounts and lands some shots from top and stands up. So the split decision eventually went to Robertson, right? In which I agree with that. I mean, it was a close fight. I mean, they're both grinding out, but I felt like the one that had the more significant strikes, or rather the shots, the one who actually pushed the pace more in a way was actually Robertson. I mean, well, you might disagree with me with that, but if you see Wellington, I almost felt like, he has that crisp striking, I mean, like I said, the front kick looks good. The straight punches look good. You see him, but I feel like he wants to get to the ground. He wants to submit you. And that's, I think, going for that. It's good. Maybe you do get it. I mean, against guys who don't have such a big wrestling base, or guys who aren't so physically strong or overpowering. If because Wellington, he's in good shape, obviously, but middleweight, there's beasts in there. Being 6 foot, yeah, I mean, everyone's at least 6 foot and over, right? So speaking of Sanchez, I mean, when I was talking about Sanchez, I took a lot of notes on him as well, and it was interesting because, a lot of people kind of writing off Sanchez, and I felt like the thing is, okay, so he has his hands down, right? He does have his hands down. I get it. Like, he's a tough guy, originally from Canada, right? But I feel like the thing is, like, if you look back, okay, so when Sanchez fought Vettori, boxing Vettori obviously was slicker, right? He lands more. Sanchez lands low kicks. The kicking game. Well, it's interesting because people are saying, like, oh, in the stand-up he's just not good, this, that, the other. But I feel like, no, actually, I mean, I like the front kick is really good. The leg kicks are good, and he will do like a nice, the question mark kick as well, which is really good. And when he's got power too, so he's a big frame guy. The thing is, he does have his chin down, and when he goes for a counter, and he's gotten Vettori with the counter before, but the thing is, when he throws, and the hands are not bad and everything. I mean, I don't know why people keep saying this, like, okay, Sanchez has to just wrestle him, and Vettori's gonna be much better on the feet. Well, I think that's kind of oversimplifying it. I feel like Andrew Sanchez actually, like, I think his striking is kind of the thing is with him, his output, his defense is lacking, but offensively, he puts on a lot of pressure, and it can be bad or good. When he throws, you see him, he throws everything in those shots. He'll whiff it. So, which is bad. I mean, that's stuff, and of course, throwing a lot of, kicks can sap your energy, right? So I think that's why we've seen some cardio issues. But like with Wellington too, when he wants to try to push you out against the cage, he's trying to look for submissions. He's gassing himself out as well. So I feel like it is. I mean, I feel like as the fight goes on, to be quite frank with you, I think Sanchez, if you give him some space, he wants to work with it. Okay, if you're backing up, Sanchez will be the hammer, right? He'll make you the nail. He's gonna go for it. The front kick's looking good, like I said. I like that kind of. Like the leg kicks are nice as well. He goes for this, and even if you block it, the high kicks, it's still kind of, it's still gonna affect you. It's a kick, right? It's gonna hurt your arms as well. So I feel like crispness, as far as the crisp, like I think Vettori. Look, I mean, Turman's no Vettori, right? I mean, that's just different. I mean, that's a bad matchup. That's a fun back and forth fight. I remember that, and Sanchez is tough. People are saying maybe he's chinny at this point because he takes shots, but I feel like, he had a good guard too. Like he has a high guard to, because he knows, like, okay, when he senses that someone like Vettori, when they have the crisper boxing or faster hands, when they want to, better boxing, he'll kind of turn up, but he'll answer back. He's dangerous though. He will try to look for that counter, and if you give some space, he'll land the leg kick, he'll land, the kick to the body, and he'll go for the head. He does a switch kick. I feel like, to be quite frank with you guys, I don't want to just get too long. I'm actually favoring Sanchez in this, and I think a lot of people are. There's a lot of people on the fence, but for me personally, from what I've seen, I feel like Sanchez. I mean, he's going to be the bigger guy. I almost feel like it might end up being somewhat similar to the Carl Robertson versus Turman fight. So, I mean, different styles, but I feel like on the feet we'll see. We'll see kind of a slugfest. We'll see that Turman's gonna have maybe the crisper boxing. You'll see maybe Sanchez kind of, just like he did in the Vettori fight, kind of get the high guard. But you'll see Sanchez not being timid. He's gonna come forward. He's gonna maybe, I think, land a big shot of his own. He's gonna counter. But then what's interesting, because he's not just like a knockout artist, but he throws power into it though. And he has almost like a kickbox. Almost like, it's interesting, like it's kind of almost karate style, mounting on his feet, sideways stance. And I think you'll see him kind of land some good leg kicks on Turman. I think you'll see him. He's gonna throw everything but the kitchen sink, right? He tries to, because what he lacks in defense, like his defense is not. I mean, he kind of, it's hard because he goes into offensive mode and the defense goes out the window, or he goes in defensive mode, right? So you see him kind of. But the thing is, the reason why he lands is because he'll land a low kick and then he'll do a punch, right? He'll kind of mix it up. He's just all offense. He's not just trying to box with you. If you just want to box with him, I mean, there's some people, like, I think Turman will have the advantage of just straight boxing, but when it comes to kickboxing, and, kickboxing too, Turman's, I mean, his front kick's looking nice. He has good slick kicks. He has good precision, but I think that it'll be competitive on the feet a little bit. I think we'll see them both kind of have, I think we'll see Turman have the slicker shots, but maybe I think we'll see a lot of variety from Sanchez. He has, like, You know, he's pretty predictable. He has that nice switch kick too. And I've done most of the time though, like I said, leg kick, you know, the question mark kick. He'll do the front push kick as well, just to get you back. And the hands, like I said, it kind of sets it up, because when you're thinking kick, 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 you don't see that a shot coming at you. So I think it will be more competitive on the feet than people think. But I think Turman will kind of want to go for some BJJ. But I think Andrew Sanchez is going to be kind of big. He has good takedown defense. He has a wrestling background, so I think he'll have a large frame. I think we'll see a back and forth, and I could see this going to maybe a split decision to Sanchez. But I feel like Sanchez is going to get it done. It's my pick. Sorry for going so far, but let me know what you guys think, how you see this fight going. I just, you know, I try. You know, you can listen to other people too, right? Listen to them. After I did my research, I listened to other people what they said, and I was kind of shocked that people were saying, oh, it's like a wrestler versus striker, almost like that's what they kind of painted it as. Like, Andrew Sanchez just gonna wrestle. Like, nah, man, he does that kind of crazy karate kind of style. But guys, like I said, yeah, like and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think, man. And sorry for all these late videos, but I've been busy, and I'm just gonna get some more. Make another one right now. Peace. Subscribe.